Hi everybody, my name's Dave Schade. I'm the director of your Division of Agriculture here in Alaska. So today we're going to have a little brief discussion about the $5 challenge. It's a program that we're in our fourth year with, and we just like to remind people about how important that is. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the $5 challenge and where can you go buy Alaska produce. And but before we do that, I really want to remind everybody, Farm Family of the Year nominations close tomorrow, and we've got some good nominations that I've seen come in. I chair the committee, so I get to see those nominations, which is kind of cool. And but I would love to see a few more. So deadline's tomorrow. Farm Family of the Year is a really big deal for our agriculture community. It's a really big deal for people to be able to pat some really hard working people on the back, give them kudos for their hard work. Because, not only are they farmers, I can tell you everybody that's been a Farm Family of the Year for the last 20 years, we're in year 2020, started in year 2000, these folks are also pillars of the community. They are members of their community. They do a lot of things. So last year we had Brad and Christine St. Pierre from Esther, a wonderful young family that also works the farmers markets. He runs the farmers market. They grow and raise their kids and crops for the community. The year before that in 18, it was Brian and Lori Olson from down on the Kenai. They do berries. They sell all kinds of winery products, jams, services, raise bees, chickens, and ducks. So another wonderful family with connections to the community around the Kenai area. And then in 2017, just to name a few, was the McCollum and Pinkelman families, and they're from Delta Junction, and where they do Delta meat and sausage are more in the red meat industry and grow things for that. So three wonderful groups of people, families, three areas, three different industries. That really showcases the diversity of what we do in Alaska. So again, folks, we really want to see those nominations. One of the real cool things, we have an aquaculture nomination this year. Aquaculture is agriculture in this state and around the country, and a really growing part of our ag community. So that was really nice to see that particular nomination. There will be a lot of other industries in there, from specialty crops and raising red meat, all kinds of different things. So one of the things we're going to do this year as part of the selection process, we're going to go and showcase all these nominees. So it's a new addition to the program, and I think that's going to be pretty cool. That shows that just getting a nomination is a really cool, pretty big deal. So anyway, just wanted to remind everybody, hey, your time's running out. Got to get that in by the end of the day tomorrow. So
we'll post a link to that right after this live broadcast on our Facebook page that they can go and connect with.
So, yep, look on the Facebook page. It's already a couple of links there, but we'll repost that and make sure you can see that. So we really want people to know that indeed that's a big deal. So today I wanted to talk just a little bit about the $5 challenge. And I think it is one of the really cool marketing programs that the division has been running for a lot of years. And it basically, the premise is if we buy it local, we raise it local, we sell it, then the community, it grows. And so we support good, clean, healthy food for our citizens. We are supporting the ag community, and we're building an industry. So the division's mission statement currently says we need to develop an ag industry. Folks, we have a $40 million ag industry in this state. I think it's developed. We're going to grow it. We're going to enhance it. So we actually are going to be looking at our mission statement and probably broadening that a little bit this winter, because I really believe we've got a really good active farming community. 990 farmers in this state. 2017 census, we're looking for being over the 1,000 mark by the next census in 5 years. So that's pretty cool. So what is the $5 challenge? We challenge everybody in Alaska to spend $5 a week on their food. And people think, well, the carrots. That's the picture here, right? But it can be honey. We grow honey. We have people selling honey. We have syrups, birch syrup. People don't know that. There is red meats. There are animals. There are chickens. There are eggs. There's the hay. It's by Alaskan products. Of course, the specialty crop products are something we really focus on because that's something that you can go and get. So, what I wanted to just run through a few slides here, and we'll talk about what's available, when it's going to be available. So, but before I do that, I really wanted to let you know that this $5 challenge is something that we go out, and right now we're running a little challenge among the retail stores. It'll go until October, to where they compete against each other to see who puts the best displays in that. We do that at the farmers markets all year long so that people know that. So, it's kind of a fun event that we have that supports the ag community, and it supports the consumer. And that's the key. We are trying to build win-win programs. We want the farmer to be successful. We want the distributors to be successful. We want the retailers to be successful. And above all, we want good, clean, healthy products for the consumer out there. And so we've spent a lot of time as a division. If you're an Alaska-grown program, it is going to be clean. It is going to be #1 product. You see that label, you can count on it. Closer, fresher by far. These are slogans, but they're real. It really is what we believe. It is really good for you. So you're not losing the value of the crop, the nutrients in the crop, because it's getting older. It is really important. That freshness does matter. So, as part of that, where are you going to be able to find these products? There we go. So, where can I buy? Well, we have spent a lot of years talking about farmers markets. If you go to the website, you can see every farmers market. We've had the farmers markets folks on a couple of times on this program because it is a really good way to go and get the produce and the products you want for your kitchen, for your household. But I also want to really make sure that we call out and talk about direct-to-farm sales. There's the U-Pick farms. There are people that you can go online, you can say, hey, I would like to buy, and go direct to that farmer. So, just because it's not a farmer's market, it's not retail, you know what? Buy Alaska grown. Buy these products directly from the producer. That puts that money right back into that farm. And so, we are absolutely in support of you buying it at the farmer's market. Support our farmers markets because that's a real effective way of getting it. But don't forget that if you really want a whole hog, you might just go to the farmer and buy it. If you want those kind of things, that is something that we can really encourage you to do. And so, there are a lot of different Facebook groups that you can look in, and people are buying and selling stuff. So, really the direct from farmer is something that I probably am remiss in promoting enough, but I was down on the Kenai last week, and it was really clear to me there's a lot of sales that go on direct. So we definitely want to make sure we include that. So the farmers market directly, you know what? We would try to make sure that's updated. AlaskaFarmersMarkets.org/market-directory. You know what? We are going to try to continue to upgrade and make sure that we are a communication center point to make sure that and you can find where it is. So, Google works great, or any of the other search engines, and so use those. But if you can't remember anything, just go Division of Ag, and I tell you what, you will be able to get yourself off of our web pages, off of our directories to these. So that is really something, a service we try to make sure that we communicate and let people know. So, why am we bringing it up right now? It's harvest season for a lot of our root crops. So right now, you're going to be able to go out and you're going to be able to find your fresh carrots, your fresh potatoes, a lot of that produce, that you had all summer. The lettuce is still there, a lot of those kind of things. Cabbages should be coming out, those kind of root crops. Your brassicas, should be out there and available for purchase. And as we've had some of the University Extension folks on, helping you learn that, you know what, you can buy it now, you can store it, you can freeze it, you can can it, and you can have it year round. So that is where we're really encouraging people to buy and store. I mean, you know, if you know you got it in your larder, if you know you got it in your freezer, and the ship doesn't come, guess what? You got your food. If the ship has a problem coming into the Anchorage port, or the planes can't fly into the bush, you've got it. So we're really encouraging people, again, to have a 30-day supply of food, because there's going to continue to be challenges in our food chain. And so, you know, we really know that there's an increased demand, and that encourages the increased food production. So, you know, we keep talking about food security. The best thing we can do is grow it local. Food security starts at home. And, you know, I think that is a key issue that, you know, when I tell you to buy in your community, it's not because there's any particular unit or group that we're supporting. We're supporting everybody. But if you're supporting your neighbor, you're supporting your local economy, you're supporting the growth of the industry. And I really want to see agriculture doubled in the next 5 years. And that is a huge lift. But when we are only producing $100 million of our food and fiber products out of a $2 billion market, it's not going to be that hard. The market is there. We have to show those farmers, if you produce it, we'll buy it. So folks, that's why we do the $5 challenge. Where else can you buy it? You know what? We really have been having wonderful support from the Fred Meyer's, Cars, Safeway, Walmart, and Three Bears. The major chains have changed their philosophy, and if we can get the requests into those stores, they've assured us they will go out and they will buy it from our producers. And so it has been a key element of what we've done over the last year, is to work on a national level to make sure that all of those technical issues on good handling practices, good agricultural practices, getting those certifications done for our smaller producers are done so that we can get these products into the store. I guarantee you, if it's in that store, it's going to be a safe, clean product. It is critical to all of us, and we want to see that. And if there's ever a problem, the division needs to be the first to know that we have a problem. We have our inspectors. We have people that go out. We work to assure that it's all safe, and that's working with the USDA under their authorities and under our own to make sure that those food products out there are safe. So that's really, you know, what we wanted to talk about today was it is time. It is really another key time of the year to go out and support what we're doing. And I guarantee everybody that with increased demand comes increased production, increased food security. I mean, we literally are in the catch-22 if we don't do what we're talking about here today. If we don't buy it, they won't grow it. And I have to remind folks that, you know, the challenge in agriculture is the inputs are 12 to 18 months out from when you're going to go to the store and buy it. So right now, buying is triggering what people are getting ready to grow next year. This is the time of the year that tells them this is what the demand is, this is what we want. And yes, if it's not in the store and you go up and you tell that grocer, you tell that farmer at the farmer's market, if you had more, I would buy it, that's key to what we're trying to do. We're working on local markets, we're working on national markets, we're working on international markets. But again, I would prefer and love to see us growing our local markets first. And, you know, food security, again, has become a buzzword. It's not a buzzword when it's you don't have food to eat. It is real life. And so we've spent a lot of time working with the administration and the folks because of COVID to make sure that people are having food. It's going to continue to be that way. But right now we have an opportunity to help our retailers and the market to support what we're doing. So it's always best if the market system is the driver to what we're doing. So, you know I sound like I get up on my soapbox because I do, but it's important. And so, you know, we try to do these weekly little get-togethers. Sometimes they're 15 minutes, sometimes they're 30 minutes. But the whole idea is to help the community know what's going on So, again, I encourage questions. I encourage people to reach out to us about things that are working. I encourage you to tell us what is working, because we're the biggest advocates you can find for Alaska, our producers, our educational system, and that. So in the short future, we're going to be able to roll out our food security micro grant program. We got one just short of $2 million that we should be getting in by the end of the month, 1st of October. And so, guys, you're going to see us working with these producers, working with different groups to go out into these communities and to build that security. But it all comes back to, are we buying our products? And that's what $5 Challenge is all about. It's about neighbors supporting neighbors, the community supporting those that do it. So with that, I think, did we have any questions that popped up today, John? No? Great. So I really want people to know we're here to support the industry. We're here to support the consumers and all the parts of this food supply chain. So again, if there's ever comments, questions, I'm Dave Schade. I'm the director. I'd love to hear them. So with that, thanks. Have a great week.